Manterruptions, bro-opting, repropriating. These are terms that all have to do with gender bias and being female while talking. We're going to talk a little bit about the research, and then we're going to talk about some strategies and tips. But here's the situation. You're in a meeting as a female. You have a brilliant idea. You share what you think is a pretty good idea, brave, bold, brilliant, and no one seems to notice. A few days later, male colleague shares the same idea, your idea, and heads nod. People think that it's brilliant. He has bro-opted your original idea, your intellectual property. This has happened to me. I bet it's happened to many of you all out there. Why is this happening? So we're going to look at a Times article from 2015 called Speaking Why Female. We're going to look at some research done by a female psychologist out of Yale University, and also an op-ed that was written by Sheryl Sandberg and Adam Grant about speaking while female. So first, the research. The woman's name, Victoria Briscoe, she was the researcher out of Yale, and she found that male senators that are seniors speak significantly more than their junior senators. This is male senators. Female senators that were senior spoke about the same as their junior senators, so they were leaving space. Really interesting. When looking at executives, a male executive who speaks more is deemed competent by about 10%. A female executive who speaks more is deemed less competent by 14%. So look at 24% difference for the same work. The difference is male and female. The gist of the research is that women in the workplace speak less, are interrupted more, and their ideas are more harshly scrutinized. So what can we do about this speaking why female? Well, here are some tips and strategies. Number one, the buddy system. Have a nudger. I worked with a great female colleague, and whenever we were in a Zoom meeting and it was hard to jump in as a woman, she would send me a private message and say, Megan, get in there, jump in there. She was my nudger, and I would try to do the same for her. So, figure out a buddy system and encourage each other to jump in there. Two, support colleagues. If you have a female colleague that has a great idea, share that idea and make sure that it gets heard. Be that echo and that voice that's really causing people to stop and think about it and address that great idea. Three, bystander intervention. If you see a male colleague doing this to a female colleague, maybe you have a private conversation with that male colleague. Maybe he doesn't realize he's doing that. Have that private conversation and intervene the best way you can. Number four, practice being assertive as a woman. Sometimes before I go into a conversation, I script things. I write down what I want to say, so I know exactly what I want to say and how I want to say it. And just by writing it down, I might not look at it, but it helps cement it in my mind, so I'm more careful about the language that I use. Number five, practice assertive body language. There's so much research around this. I believe Amy Cuddy has a lot of great research around male body language versus female body language, but practice kind of doing that male body language. Take up space, lean in, practice that assertive body language. And number six, I spoke about this on a previous Monday Moxie, but own your language. Think about what language not to use and what language to embrace and try to use. And think about those small steps that can get you to using more assertive language. So thank you so much for watching today. Let's all practice having a little bit more Monday Moxie and think about how as women we can speak confidently and be heard